Yeah, I see you.
I'm live?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I don't like how this Dell camera look though.
Well,
How I look?
you good?
How I know if somebody on here?
It'll show you.
I got
Well,
nobody on here. It's me by myself. And I gotta tell people on Instagram, come over to YouTube.
oh, you just ended it?
I didn't end nothing. That was an old. You could see that old one. This a new one. It's showing too much of my house.
Yeah.
It's showing way too much of my house. I got my computer stuff over here. See, this is what I'm trying to figure out. That's you on here?
Yeah.
All right. All right, you gotta write something in the chat so I know it's you. Bro, you don't gotta type that loud. Like nobody types that loud. Bro. It says 3 people watching. Who's 3 people? All right, if you on this thing right now, you gotta say hi. Okay, this is wild because YouTube and Instagram are different. I can't see who 3 people. I need to be able to address you. Hi, Jimi Hendrix. I want to be able to address you. So you just gotta say hi in the chat if you came on. What's up, Esmeralda? Hola from Texas. Hola, ¿cómo está? That's all I got. That's all I got, though. So if you try to go further than that, muy bien. ¿Y tú? Finito. That's all I got. That's all I got. All right. So you gotta say hello so I know that you are in the chat. So Esmeralda and Jay. What's up, Jimmy? Oh, muy bien. Yes, go. Okay. So listen. This is my first time doing a YouTube live. Normally you catch me in the car on Instagram, okay? But it's my first time doing a YouTube live. So we're gonna have a real raw, uncut conversation because you can have this on YouTube and I can save it better because it's about to get wow. We're gonna do 20 minutes. All right. So we got up to like 9:30. That's cool with you, Esmeralda. We got till 9:30 to talk crazy. We got till 9:30 to talk crazy. Let's go. Right? You so used to seeing me in the car, right? I'm in the crib. I'm in the crib today. You see my cactus? You see my cactus? I got a cactus. All right. So we're gonna talk real today, okay? And I'm gonna let you guys know exactly how Trump winning is about to help your credit. Now, if I'm being 100% honest, it was clickbait because it doesn't really matter who the president was. Whoever won, something was gonna jump because anytime there's a change in administration, there's always gonna be a change in the market. Like that's how things go. What's up, 4 more people? Say what's up in the chat as you come in. I can't see who you are, so if you just say hi, I'm gonna shout you out just because that's how I am. All right. So if you actually think about this, right? Trump went in right now. What ended up happening? A lot of the stock market went up, right? What you're also going to notice is that your high yield savings accounts, I want you to realize this. If you have a high yield savings account and it was higher because they are dropping the rate, meaning the amount that money cost is going to be cheaper. Money is getting cheaper. It's not going to be expensive to borrow. It is becoming cheaper and cheaper and cheaper to borrow. Because it's becoming cheaper to borrow, guess what's going to happen? The interest rates that you're getting from these high yield savings accounts are also going to go down. I was in one at one point, it was 5.5 APY. As the rates are dropping, that interest rate that you're getting on your high yield savings account is also going to drop. So right now, the last time I checked it, it was at 4.6. And there's another one that I was promoting. It's at 4.4, right? That's what's going to happen when things change. Now, money is getting cheaper, so this is a good thing. Money is getting cheaper. I just want you guys to pay attention to that because it's now time to make sure your credit is in the right position so you can stack. This is time to stack. Like if your credit is good, as the rates are dropping, now is the best time to go and refinance that house, especially if you bought a house in the past 12 months. Rates fell. At one point, rates was 8%. Rates is down to 5. If you bought a house during the pandemic, don't touch your mortgage. You're never going to see 2% interest rates ever again. Ever. Ever. And if you think you're going to see it again, that is an absolute lie. You're never, ever going to see 3%. I think at one point I seen mortgages at 2.25. You're never going to see that again. So for your credit, I would suggest that you guys start preparing your profile to be the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life. Because if you're really looking at, okay, how am I going to take advantage of this market? How am I going to take advantage of the fact that, we are in the situation we are in, the president's going to shift, whether you voted for Trump, whether you voted for Vice President Harris, it really is going to be, this is your reality, whether you like the situation or you don't. This is the reality you are in, and how are you going to take advantage of that? How are you going to maximize that conversation? How are you going to make that something that is beneficial to you? So I'm just letting you guys know that money is getting cheaper. You also got to pay attention to the fact that you want to look at what these laws are. So if you're paying attention to Trump, I want you guys to look at what they're going to do as far as banking regulations. Y'all got to pay attention to that. The reason I say that is because back in, was it 2008, when they had that big housing crisis, right? You didn't need much to qualify for a mortgage, and people was having 4 or 5 mortgages, all kind of craziness, refinancing here, doing this, create this big housing bubble, and then it popped, right? Now, if you're looking at it, they created a law, the Dodd-Frank Act, Dodd's, DODDS, right? Frank Act. And that was the law that helped restrict what banks were allowed to do. A lot of things came out of that law. Even some things that I was able to use like to my advantage, like when, gift cards, Visa debit gift cards having pins. Like it's a lot of regulations that came from that law. Also, them taking away cash back on debit card. A lot of things came out of that. There's a lot of things. So if you actually look at like, okay, well, what are they going to do as far as banking regulations? Like, what are they going to do? And they want to repeal that. So Trump's administration, their plan of the Republicans, is to repeal that. That means that what are they going to repeal? What do you think is going to happen after they start loosening up some of those regulations? There's going to be certain things that are back in exposure. So I want you guys to pay attention to that as well, as things are opening up and what gets chipped away. Like I've been reading. Yes, I read. I got bookshelves. I read. Okay. I've been reading about it, and it's very interesting to see like the regulations that had banks. I'm gonna tell you, matter of fact, I could read it to you because I just had it open. I was reading the Project 2025 plan, and I know he said it's not his plan, but it's his plan. So I wanted to see like what should I be expecting as from the administration? Like what is the next thing, right? And I was looking, no, don't open here because now I can't see the YouTube page. Okay, here we go. So I was looking at what was, how would it, what's the plan? Because I don't listen to people. I read. Like I don't, you could tell me a lot, but when you sit down and make a 992 page document, you put thought into that crap. Okay. So I just kept looking for the Dodds. There we go. Hold on. It was, oh boy, Miller had something to do with it. Miller. Where's his name at? Here it is. It has something to do with the finance, right? Where's this thing at? It was general warfare, not Department of Education. And don't say, Sheeta, you a teacher. What you think about them gutting the Department of Education? Go ahead, gut it. Go ahead and gut that shit. Go ahead and gut it. Okay? Go ahead and rip it to shreds. Rip it to shreds. Y'all don't respect teachers anyway. So go ahead and rip it to shreds. Rip it to shreds. And just remember how you felt when your kids were home. during the pandemic, and we were the greatest. Teachers were the greatest during the pandemic. How you doing, new person? Welcome to the page. Welcome to the live. Ask a question, talk some shit, drop it in the chat. I love it. Just remember how you felt when you had your kids home all day. Okay, so rip it to shreds, because some counties can't afford, like I'm like, some counties can't afford to pay for their school systems. So, and I'm gonna be honest, like teachers who are really good are leaving because they're sick of the shit. So rip that shit to shreds. Go have fun. Have at it. All right, I found it. I found did it? Where is his name? I literally was just reading this the other day because I thought it was so interesting that they want to rip this act to pieces. And I'm like, okay, well, how is that going to benefit me now? Like, we're on how is this going to benefit me? So how is this going to benefit me now? Like, what? Here we go. Department of the Treasury. It would be Commerce, though. What is this? Got it. Okay. So found it. Okay. So essentially, it's a lot. Like, I actually had to Google some of these words too, like to understand what the hell they meant fully. Because I'm like, sometimes I feel like they were just repeating themselves just to sound smart. So actually, did you know that they were actually talking about fixing the CFPB in here? Like they're doing like like, oh yeah, if you like consumer law, it's a lot of things happening here. Okay. So just letting y'all know, like that Dodd-Frank Act that they're going to repeal, that's gonna actually loosen up a lot of the banking regulations. So if you're trying to take advantage of banks right now, go ahead. I'm just gonna let you know. I took my students out to the Federal Reserve last June, right? We went to the Federal Reserve and they were able to see gold. I'm going to tell y'all need to get y'all either I want to actually buy some British pounds. Is it just me? I need to go to England and get some pounds. I need other currency because what's going to happen, and I'm just letting y'all know, like we're going to see. But it's very important that when they start loosening up these banking regulations, that y'all make sure y'all money is tied somewhere that's like insured. I would just say that. Make sure your money is somewhere it's insured. I'm gonna just say that. And I'm fully like I'm aware of I'm anxious in a good way to see what's gonna happen. But I'm just letting y'all know when it comes to the credit system, don't let anybody play y'all and make you think like, oh well, the credit, like America is the greatest country in the world. Because nowhere else in the world, let me tell you how this credit system works. No other country in the world has a governing body where private companies took it upon themselves to create a credit reporting agency. Because they started collecting. I have a question. Do you guys know the background of these credit reporting agencies? Like, do you know how they started? Like, do you guys know? Because if I have to make a video on it, I would definitely. I got you. Okay. Do you know how they started? They started by collecting small pieces of data. And then these companies blew the hell up. And now they have all of this data. And then they started to market it to where you can use a credit line to buy appliances. Because now we're the industrial age. I'm gonna have to make it its own call. Like it's gonna be its own YouTube. And they went from the industrial age and kept marketing this down to where now they created a credit system. And then because it got so rampant, there was no regulation around the credit reporting agencies because they're not government entities. You cannot vote for the CEO of Experian, Equifax, or TransUnion. They're private companies. 100% private. Matter of fact, what's the stock price? Yeah, Equifax Inc. They at 271. They hot. Okay. So you got private companies that are collecting massive amounts of data. And if you didn't realize, data runs the world. How do you know that? How do you know data runs the world? I'm going to tell you, because they give you something free for it. They'll say, oh, I'll give you 10% off if you fill this out. Give me your name, email address, telephone number. That's data. And now all they're doing is stacking the data against you. And now as they're stacking the data against you, or they're collecting your data, now they're going to market to you what you want because they got you as a data file. You know what Sheeta like? Sheeta likes hats, and she likes workout material. And you know what else she likes? She likes fruit, and she likes to watch dog videos. So now that's all the shit that pops up on my feed is dog videos. You know what else she likes? Sometimes she like watching carpet videos. Sometimes she like watching lawn videos. Sometimes you know what she likes to do? That's why I got this plant in my house. I got this cactus because the last one I killed. I don't even know how I killed it. I left. I came back, it was dead. I could have swore I watered it before I left. I came back. It ain't wake up. It's still dead. I had to put it down. It looked crazy, right? And now all of a sudden, all these things are getting thrown to me. Why? Because they have a data file they're collecting. It's called a list. And they just sell the list off to the highest bidder. And then when they sell the list off and that company takes the list, they market to you. When they market to you and you buy the shit, they make money. That's how it works. It's all a marketing. We live in a marketing matrix. Okay, back to the credit reporting agencies. Okay, so now you have these big data collecting firms, and they're collecting all this. And I'm gonna get all the data. Like I know it. I'm gonna get the data for y'all. I'm gonna come back with the exact numbers so y'all can be like, "She did." Why are you giving this innuendo? I'm telling you because I'm giving you the summary. Okay, I'm giving you the summary. So now they collect all this information, but they were private companies. They're not like, oh, okay, they're regulated. You got voted in, you get voted out. Like you can get in trouble. They're private companies. So then what happened? Congress had to create laws to help control these private companies. And if you actually look at what the laws say, it literally says, it literally says that they took it upon themselves. Like they said this. 15 USC 1681. It's when I read it, I was like, wait a minute, there's more to study. What's up, Seven Perfect? Right? It's more to study here because they said it. They said it in here. They said the banking system is dependent upon fair and accurate credit reporting. Inaccurate credit reports directly impair the efficiency of the banking system, and unfair credit reporting methods undermine public confidence, which is essential to the continued functioning of the banking system. But I want y'all to realize what happened. Like this is crazy. They took it upon themselves because nobody appointed these companies to do this. Nobody did this. That's why Congress had to give them rules and instruction, because nobody gave them permission. They just went ahead and opened these things on themselves, and it got so big that Congress had to say, hey, you have to follow these guidelines because y'all are wilding. And the information that y'all are collecting can affect people's lives. So now I got to give you rules and instructions for you to follow. Because if I don't give you rules and instructions to follow, you're going to bug the hell out. So now they have laws, right? And when they have laws, they had to give a governing agency, they had to give somebody control to watch over them, because they have laws and they still be breaking law. This is why America is the greatest country in the world, because they have laws, they still break the laws. And because we don't read the laws, we don't enforce the laws. But the fact that Donald Trump has 6 to 7 bankruptcies, if that don't tell you this is the greatest country in the world, off of that alone, I'm going to tell you, off of that alone, y'all have to realize, like, there's things in this country that we are not taking advantage of. And the credit system is the absolute, like, to be honest, I be waiting for them to mess up on my credit report so I could sue the shit out of them. I'm be waiting. Like, sometimes I talk to people, I'm like, wait, that happened to you? Why does one happen to me? All right, can I help you sue? And because we be scared of the word sue, it's like, but if you sue, you could, like, I'm gonna tell you a situation, right? I'm helping somebody with this right now. I'm learning I'm literally, this is test by fire only because I haven't filed suit in this state. So I'm learning their court system from afar because I'm not there. So I have to do everything distant, and I'm always test something out, right? So this particular individual has a late payment reporting on their profile. And if you listen into this conversation at all, just write late payment in the chat so I know you here. Just, you could just type it. Like if I'm in your pocket, just take me out real quick and just write late payment in the chat, just so I know we both here together. Okay. And because like on Instagram, it's a little different. Like this is my first YouTube live. And if y'all want me to keep coming on YouTube live, because I feel very comfortable here. I feel like I could say whatever the hell I want. And this is live. What up, James Cassell the fourth? Okay. So this is right. She has late payment. The problem is, what up, Motown Mo? Motown Mo, I'm gonna tell you the truth, right? The problem is the late payment is not real. Let me say this again. Okay. She has a late payment reporting on her profile. The problem is the late payment is not real, but it's reporting. So it's reporting, but it's not real. How does that happen? Well, there was an error. And she got the notification from the company that quote unquote reported the late payment. But the problem is they said it wasn't late either. James, they said the late payment wasn't late either. The company that reported it said, "Oh, that's not late. That wasn't a late payment." Then we looking and we like, Esmeralda, how is late, but it's not late, but it's reporting that it's late, and now we getting denied for refinance because of the late payment. Oh, bet. Let me go to. We disputed it, by the way. So we disputed it, and when we disputed it, they said that it was verified. Right? Now, here's the best part about it. Here's the best part about it. When we disputed it, they said that it was accurate, right? And at that point, they opened themselves up to civil liability for willful non-compliance. Now, previously, and I'm going to read it to you, but previously, you didn't have to prove damages in order to get suit. Like before 2020, you didn't really have to prove damages. Like you could have went in with this law if it was an inaccurate reporting, and you would win a settlement based on their inaccuracy. Because remember, nobody told them to do this. Like this was not like an invention that needed to be created. Nobody told them to do this. They came and did it themselves. They appointed themselves the credit czars. Okay. Now, before 2020, you had to have essentially a like damages. You had to show that you applied for something, and no, you didn't have to show damages before 2020, but now you have to show damages. So if you have any type of negative item on your profile and you are disputing it, I always suggest that you go ahead and apply for some stuff. Apply for craziness. Apply for something for 100K, because once that item gets removed and you got denied for that, you could sue them for 100K. Don't believe me though. Don't believe me because I said it on YouTube and I sound pretty confident. Don't believe me because I said that. Okay. I'm going to read it. Okay. So if y'all want to church, say amen. I want you to go to 15 USC church, and you could type it in the chat so your friends can have it. Okay. If you type 15 USC 1681N as in November, thought I was gonna say another N word. Y'all are wild. I like YouTube. Okay, 15 USC 1681N as in November. Okay, you could just read it. I'm gonna read it in my teacher voice. I am a teacher. I teach middle school math. I'm going to read it in my teacher voice. Okay, guys, settle in. Okay. So, any person who willfully fails to comply with any requirement imposed under this subchapter with respect to any consumer is liable to that consumer in an amount equal to the sum of, okay, equal to the sum of any actual damages sustained by the consumer as a result of the failure or damages of not less than 100 and not more than 1,000, or in the case of liability of a natural person for obtaining a consumer report under false pretenses, knowingly without a permissible purpose, actual damages sustained by the consumer as a result of the failure, or $1,000, whichever is greater, right? Such amount of the punitive damages as the court may allow, and in the case of any successful action to enforce any liability under this section, the cost of the action together with reasonable attorney fees as determined by the court, right? So that's one. Civil liability for willful noncompliance. Now, this is the big one. This is the big one. So you got 15 USC 1681-0 as in October. This is the big one. So that one is civil liability for willful noncompliance. The next one, which is O for October, is civil liability for negligent non-compliance. This is the big John. Any person who is negligent in failing to comply with any requirement imposed under this subchapter with respect to any consumer is liable to that consumer in an amount equal to the sum of one, any actual damages sustained by the consumer as a result of the failure. And, okay, so let's make this. Damages is your denial. Because when I get denied for something, I'm hurt. When you get rejected, you're hurt. That's a damage. That's a damage. Okay? That's damaging. In the case of any successful action to enforce any liability under this section, the cost of the action together with reasonable attorney fees as determined by the court. Okay? Now, why I keep looking to the side? Because it's on this screen over here. So if I'm reading something, I'm reading from over here. Okay? So I'm just letting you know, it says it. Any actual damages sustained by the consumer as a result of the failure. So for this customer, right, that I'm working with, they got denied for a refinance because of this negligent non-compliance. And we made the complaint. That's the part that y'all gotta realize. That's why I said that, like, if we use these laws to our advantage, it don't matter who's president. If you use the laws to your advantage, and I just want y'all to start reading, like, I don't want us to have fear. You can't operate with fear in your heart, yo. You really can't. The only thing you're supposed to fear is God and love people. And if you actually use these laws to your advantage, like, it says it. I can't erase what it says. I don't know how to share my screen on here because I would just show you, but I don't know how to share a screen. And I'm scared if I touch something. I don't want to say I'm scared, but I don't know. Oh, I could share screens. Wait a minute. I said this was my first YouTube live. So I said it was my first YouTube live. So let's not, okay. This is my first one, okay? We're gonna be talking, we're gonna be yapping on YouTube, okay? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Isn't that Mario? Okay, wait. Entire screen. Jesus mercy. Whoa, buddy. What is okay? I need screen. What's screen? Oh no, I need this one. Y'all don't need to see my VA conversation. What is this? Why does it look like this? What do y'all see? Why does it look like that? That's crazy. I'm moving this over here. All right, bet y'all out the way. That is insane. All right, here we go. That is crazy. Can y'all see? That was a bit much. Okay, whoa. You read it, rip me? Let's go, James. Right? So it's right here. Like, I'm not even tripping. It's right here. Like, it's telling you, broski, like, what is going on? It says it right here. This is what I'm talking about. They don't have this in Russia. They don't got this in China. What? In Dubai, you owe money. They locking you up, yo. I have a Nigerian cousin that spent 3 days in jail, and this man is still traumatized because somebody stole his identity. I'm gonna tell you the story. It's not funny, but it's hilarious because his mom is super Nigerian, and Nigerian moms are hilarious. Like, I think that they were birthed in Comedy Stone. Like, if you want a real joke, you got to go find you a Nigerian mom. So essentially, what happened was he went to visit a friend, and he wanted to rent a car. When you go to Dubai, right? You about to go rent some fly shit. You're not about to go there looking. So you about to rent some fly shit. So he goes, he rents this little car. They had to take a copy of his passport and all of that stuff. And what they ended up doing was getting loans in his name while he was gone, and they ran off on it. Like, it was fraudulent loans. So when he was leaving, was it that? No, it was Abu Dhabi. It was Abu Dhabi. When he was leaving, right? He had a warrant. And so when he got to the airport, they flagged him down, and he was in jail, and he had to try to clear his name, but they weren't trying to hear it because they had his ID, his passport, all of that stuff. And he's like, this is where I got the car from, XYZ. And when they went, the whole place was cleared out. It was crazy. And it's only because another family friend actually lived in Abu Dhabi, was able to do some step and fetch for him to help actually like relieve the situation, and he was able to get out. But he was in jail for like 3 days. Like, it was the weekend. It was the weekend because it happened on the weekend. It was crazy. And I'm like, that wouldn't happen in America. Like, first of all, America's slow. So, like, you're not gonna get stuck. You're not gonna get stuck that way as far as that happening. Like, you run up on some debt, like, okay, you just file bankruptcy. You don't go to jail. That's why I said we gotta use these things to our advantage, because these are things that Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, they're using it to their advantage. They never gonna read these laws, so it don't matter. Everything that I'm saying is here. And if you even go, right? Let me go back to the first page. Let me go back to the first. These are all the things. First of all, this is all the things they're supposed to do. Disclosure of investigative consumer reports. They don't investigate nothing. They investigate absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. And if you go all the way back, right? Let's go all the way back to the initial definition and rules of construction. This is it. This is it. This is the part right here where I tell you that nobody appointed them. And if they said the word appointed, that would have been it. They said consumer reporting agencies have assumed. This is the key word right here. You know what? You know what assume mean? You know what assume mean? Assume me that you made an ass of you, me. That's what assume mean, because they took this position, and then we like they took this position, and then we said, okay, here, you got it. Take all my information, run my life. That's what we said. But this is not what really happened. Like, this is what it is. That's why I keep saying America's it don't matter, because these laws, unless they go in and amend this, which they are not. If they go in and wipe this off, which they are not, they have to like, this is here to stay. Consumer reporting agencies have assumed a vital role in assembling and evaluating consumer credit and other information on consumers. There is a need to ensure that consumer reporting agencies exercise their grave responsibilities with fairness, impartiality, and a respect for the consumer's right to privacy. And every time they have a breach, they violate your right to privacy, because you didn't ask them to collect your information anyway. Nobody submitted a report to these companies. Nobody. Did you? Did you? Esmeralda Jay, did you submit a report to these companies? I don't remember doing it. I don't remember doing it. I don't remember saying, you know what? Here, run my life. Please. I appreciate it. I don't. But they assume that position. Your information is being sold in the back door, and then they're doing nonsense with it. They're having all these breaches. There was just a company the other day. I got a letter. I wrote down some notes on it, but where is the envelope? They had a data breach the other day, and it was from June. What's the damn envelope? It's here on my desk. Got so much mail. They had a breach the other day, and they were sending a notification out telling you that they had. Here it is. It's another company that had a breach. It was Advanced Recovery Equipment. We're writing with important information regarding a recent security incident. What? You had a breach. We recently, they lying. We recently discovered unauthorized access to our network occurred between June 27th and July 28th of 2023. You lie. What are we doing? How did you immediately launch an investigation if you recently discovered it and it happened last year? And I'm just getting this 2 weeks ago. So what happened? Did it recently happen? Are you immediately on it? Or what are you doing? We immediately launched an investigation in consultation with an outside cybersecurity professional who regularly investigates and analyzes these types of situations to analyze the extent of any compromise of the information on our network. Like, what is it? What is it? First of all, who are you? And why are you writing me? Because I don't actually fully know who you are. I don't know who you are. So, who are you? That's the first. Like, how are you writing me? All right, hold on. You said no. Okay, no, I'm actually having problem accessing my Lexus. I'm gonna tell you something about LexusNexis. Okay. LexusNexis is one of the biggest, if not, to me, LexusNexis is the biggest scam because they hide behind the fact that they don't create scores. Like, you won't ever have a LexusNexis doesn't generate scores, and they hide behind that fact. So if you're having an issue, you need to file a complaint with the CFPB, which is and the CFPB is the company that's the government agency that regulates these three, because you had to have something that's going to be in charge of the nonsense they're doing. They had the credit information for 300 million Americans. There has to be some kind of regulation behind that. So the CFPB, Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, is what actually makes sure that they are doing what they're supposed to be doing. And it's about to be an overhaul there too, because what I read in Project 2025 is that they don't feel that the CFPB is using the funds that they get correctly, and they're about to overly regulate that. They're about to take away permissions and all kind of stuff. So whatever's happening, I'm just letting you know it's hitting everything, but you got to know how it's going to affect or what's going to move or change based on how you moving. So when you're looking at LexusNexis, just file a complaint because they're under this law too. You'll never see a LexusNexis credit score, but they got the most information of everybody. Like, you'll never see a LexusNexis credit score, but LexusNexis gives information to your insurance companies for your house, for your rental insurance, for your car insurance, but they don't got a score. So nobody pays attention to them. But they're collecting if you got into a car accident. They're collecting if you got any tickets. They're collecting your bankruptcy. They're collecting your insurance. They're collecting if you filed any claims. They're collecting all of that. But nobody's paying attention to them because you do not generate a score from them. But at the bottom of every letter, you be finding their little name. You always find LexusNexis on one of these papers. So if you having an issue with your LexusNexis account or even accessing it, I suggest I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest, yo. I didn't even know I had a misdemeanor. What? Yo, that's what I said. That's what I said. I said shit at 3. What? My mama gonna whoop me. Like, what? I gotta what? You know how I found out? I went and looked at my LexusNexis report and it had a speeding ticket that I got in Ohio. I got a speeding ticket in Ohio in 2013. And apparently a speeding ticket is a misdemeanor. And that's why my insurance went up. Granted, I wasn't even speeding. That cop was lying. I missed a turn. It was dark. They don't have no lights out there. That's what they should be asking for, funds to put lights up. There was no lights up there. I didn't see the turn. I'm trying to get out of Ohio University because it was late. I want to get back to school and I didn't see the turn. And when I saw it, it was late. So I had to hit the skirt. And when I hit the skirt, he pulled me over for speeding. And I'm like, I wasn't speeding, bro. I didn't see it. So when I saw it, I turned because y'all have no light out here and there was no y'all need lighting. Like, I don't know if y'all need funds for lighting, but y'all need lighting because this is ridiculous. And it was late. There was drunk people in the car. I wasn't drinking. And they gave me a speeding ticket in Ohio. And who the hell was driving 3 hours back up there to go and fight the ticket? So I paid for the stupid ticket just trying to get away from it because I didn't have time to drive back up there. That's the problem when you get tickets in Ohio. And I ain't know better in the time to go on and push the ticket out until a cop ain't show it. I ain't know no better because I initially just missed it. I was like, frigate is whatever, I don't get a speeding ticket, man. I got that ticket. I seen that misdemeanor on there. That's why I was trying to figure out why my insurance went up. I'm like, what's going on? Then I found out Lexus, this, what's her name? Couldn't afford a car, so I named the daughter of Lexus. This LexusNexis Dookie account. They report this information, insurance is using it, and they put my race up. So if y'all really want to be mad at any of these reported agencies, talk to Lexi. And if you can't get your information from Lexi, go to CFPB. And if you wrote it down or you checking it out right now, type CFPB in the chat so I know that you got it or you checking it out. So if you do not have access to your LexusNexis account, all you got to do is make that complaint. I promise you, they going to hit you back. Make that complaint. Make that complaint to Big Brother. Big Brother. Make that complaint because they are supposed to give you access. Honestly, LexusNexis is supposed to give you access every 3 months. The reporting agency is doing it. They made them do it every 7 days now. So you can do it every 7 days now. But LexusNexis, you're supposed to get that every 3 months. And when you pull up your LexusNexis report, I'm telling you, that report is about to be 85 billion pages long because they're not gathering information to give you a score. They're gathering information to sell. That's all they're doing. They're not generating a score. You're not going to have a FICO score from LexusNexis, but you will have a profile that has a lot of information on you. And I guarantee you that you did not know who LexusNexis was prior to. You didn't even know you had that profile. I'm telling you, if you want to see what they talking about, it's going to be the most detailed outline of your life. Every address you've ever had. If your name has ever been misspelled or any version of your name, it's going to be on your LexusNexis profile. It's crazy. They're the one. It ain't even Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. No. The real deal.com is Lexi. Go holler at her and see what's on your profile. Because guess what? She followed these rules too. She's going by these rules too. This is her. I follow this too. Because remember, nobody gave them permission. They have assumed it. All right. All right, man. Listen. Ooh, 45 minutes on the YouTube live. Let's go. You know Lexi because of me. Let's go, Lexi. I want to slap that hoe. All right. So listen. Listen, y'all. I appreciate y'all for hopping on the YouTube live. I'm going to drop this on the page. All right. I'm going to start going live on YouTube. We're going to have these kind of sessions. I'm rocking with YouTube right now. YouTube, we here. We here. We rocking out. But I ain't going to be on here for no hour, 3 hours. Like, that sounds great. Actually, I don't know. I might get up to that point. I seen they said Pace Morby was on YouTube. He did a YouTube live for like 36 hours or some I don't that sounds delirious. I think 19. And we're gonna see. We're gonna get there. All right. So listen. I'm gonna drop this on the live so y'all can go back and rewatch it. If you've never checked out your Lexus Nexus report, I highly suggest that you check out your Lexus Nexus report. Don't sit here stumped trying to figure out why you're getting denied for stuff and you don't even know somebody else named Lexi is snitching on you with all the sauce. Shorty the biggest gossip, okay? She got all the sauce. Okay, so with that being said, listen, I appreciate whoa. I can't even what's going on? What's going on? Let me bring you back. I need full screen to do this. I need full screen. Whoa, buddy. Come back. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, yo. Listen, and we back in the middle. I had to bring the camera back. Okay, listen. I appreciate you guys. Matter of fact, I appreciate you guys for staying on the live today. I appreciate y'all. Anybody on here from Instagram? No? Yeah? I'm an active chatter. I think YouTube might have a delay or something. I'm an active chatter, so I'll be looking in the chat when y'all write. I want it. You from YouTube? All right. So listen, there is something I do on IG. I'm about to bring it over to YouTube before we start. Now I'm only going to do it 3 times tonight. I'm gonna drop it in here for y'all because I'm loving like that. Okay, and then you guys gonna have a blessed night, and I'm gonna go watch this video that my student sent me because she's crazy, but it's in a good way. She want me to evaluate the thing for her. She's like, can you check this out for me, Miss Hermie? Because I gotta turn this in. I said, all right, I'll look at it for you. Give me a sec, sweetie. All right, so I'm gonna get this to you. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the chat. Can I type in the chat too? I can type. Oh, I can type in the chat. That's lit. Okay. So on Instagram, typically before I end the live, okay, I will drop affirmations. Okay. And I'm trying to find the ones that I use. We will say affirmations on here. Okay. We're gonna say them 3 times today. And if you don't know them, that's okay. I'm gonna put it in the chat for you because we gonna have to get this going. Okay. But we're gonna do the affirmations and I'm gonna drop it in this chat for y'all so y'all can have it. Okay. Here we go. I got it. So typically I say them, right? I say them 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times at night. But tonight, I'm over the capstone. Okay, so I gotta delete from here. Okay, exit. Here you go. That's the first part. Okay. And then I'm over the capstone again. Oops. Hold on. Let me delete from there. Okay, I drop it in there again. Okay, here we go. Enter. And here's the last one. All right, so we're gonna say these 3 times. All right, 3 times. So we put a 1 in the chat. We're gonna say these 3 times, and then we're gonna hop off. And y'all gonna have a blessed night. Y'all gonna be great. Okay, y'all gonna continue to operate in excellence, and that's all that matters. All right, because y'all was on Sheeta Three's, first YouTube live, and this is lit. Like what? This is super lit because I'm not in the car. Like what? We was able to share screens. What? Let's go. All right. So we want to say these 3 times. Okay, 3 times right now. So it goes like this: I'm healthy, wealthy, and wise. Every day and in every way, I am getting better and better. I am a money magnet. Every day, money flows to me easily, frequently, abundantly, and in ever increasing amounts. I'm loved and appreciated. I am blessed and highly favored. I am focused and I execute on high levels. I am operating in my God-given gift and assignment. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Today is a great day, and I expect great things to happen to and for me. That's number 1. We on number 2. Let's go. I am healthy, wealthy, and wise. Every day and in every way, I am getting better and better. I am a money magnet. Every day, money flows to me easily, frequently, abundantly, and in ever increasing amounts. I am loved and appreciated. I am blessed and highly favored. I am focused and I execute on high levels. I am operating in my God given gift and assignment. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Today is a great day, and I expect great things to happen to and for me. All right. Now, typically on the last one, we turn the I am statements into we are statements. Okay. I am statements into we are statements. We are, we. Okay. So we are healthy, wealthy, and wise every day and in every way. We are getting better and better. We are money magnets. Every day, money flows to us easily, frequently, abundantly, and in ever increasing amounts. We are loved and appreciated. We are blessed and highly favored. We are focused and we execute on high levels. We are operating in our God given gift and assignment. We can do all things through Christ who gives us strength. Today is a great day, and we expect great things to happen to and for us. And so it is so. Amen. 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 All right, y'all. Listen. I appreciate y'all for staying back and doing the affirmations. I appreciate y'all for hopping on the live with me today and getting the conversation flowing. Go and take action on anything that you learned today. And also, I'm going to drop the live so you can go back and watch the recording. Don't judge me for the beginning because I was talking craziness. All right. But either way, I appreciate you guys for staying on, for sharing, for liking the video. Comment if you have any questions. All right. And listen, another day. Another live. Sheeta 3 is hopping out of here in 5, 4. Sheeta 3, 2. Y'all have a beautiful and blessed night, y'all. Good night.